Hello. So, welcome to yet another interesting episode of Career Conversations. Today, I have a young achiever, Umang Gupta, CA All India rank 3 in the finals, CS All India rank 3 in the executive, and went on to get a job in Marico, and now is joining IIM Bangalore. So, welcome to the show, Umang.
Thank you so much, Anurag.
Yeah, so amazing. I mean, this is something, a journey which everyone would cherish to have. So I understand you studied from the storied world of Singhania School in Bombay. I mean, even the biggies of Bombay kind of strive to have their kids there. And then you landed up
Yeah,
in the CACS world. How was that? Like,
yeah.
you the first generation CA? Were your parents also CA? Tell us quickly about that.
So both my parents are CA, CS, and CWA. So debit and credit came naturally to me. And also, I did not like science. So I mean, by process of elimination, commerce and CA was the natural choice for me.
Okay.
And yeah.
And then when you were doing CA, where did you do your articleship from?
So I did my articleship in KPMG, one of the big fours, for the first year, and my remaining 2 years were in a mid-sized firm.
Okay, cool. So, what was your mantra for All India Rank 3 in CA final? What was your preparation
So
strategy? What kind of effort went in? Tuitions? Where did you take your tuitions from? So that viewers watching this show can get some clues.
So the only point which I would like to reiterate is study from the ICI material. People refer to hundreds of books of the authors. They go here and there. The only key is to keep things simple and study from the material provided by the institute. Like 80% of the paper comes from the ICI material, and ICI prefers us that we write answers in their format, in their language. We tend to score better if we restrict ourselves to only one material, and that is the ICI material. So I think ICI material should be the Gita Bible for all CA aspirants. I think
And
that is the one overarching thing.
and did you appear for some tuitions and all? Did you go for some tuitions and all?
Yeah, so I took tuitions from a couple of classes, but I would say 90% is all self-study, and 10% is the classes effort in getting a rank.
Fair point. And that is a point which even Shelly Chaudhary, who was All India 1, emphasized that the
Mhm.
ICI study material is of very great significance in the preparation journey. Tell us about this
Yeah.
management development program for CA rank holders.
Yeah, so the ICI realizing that personality development and soft skills are the skills of the future. So they started a MDP program. This is exclusively for CA rank holders. Wherein we are given an exposure of the case studies way of teaching. So 150 odd students of all CA rank holders are called to Bangalore every year. Wherein we have a 21-day residential program. So in the residential program, they focus on developing the soft skills of the CA aspirants. So we are taught case studies by the professors, and most of the professors are from the top reputed B schools like the IIM ABCs. And it's a great program. And after the post the program, there's also a special placement for the CA rank holders. Wherein all the top companies come and recruit the CA rank holders. So it was an amazing experience, a great opportunity to network, and after that you also end up getting a very good job.
So, what were the kind of opportunities which are like rank holder exclusive opportunities that came your way? What were the companies which call only rank holders in the CA? What are kind of roles they offer? So, where did you get selected finally? Which were the misses? Your take on that?
Yeah. So I think the best thing which a CA aspirant can do to his career is get a CA final rank, because a CA final rank opens up so many doors, so many companies which are not available to a non-rank holder. I mean, that is the sad reality, but that is how things are. So all the big companies like the HUL, the PNGs, the Aditya Birla Groups, the BCGs, McKinsey's, Reckitt Benckiser's, all these big companies have a shortlisting criteria, and the first criteria is getting a CA final rank. So if you don't have a CA final rank, your CV won't even be shortlisted. They won't even you don't have any opportunity to get in. So that is the sad reality, but that is how the things is. So I would suggest all the CA aspirants, to work very, very hard and try and get a CA final rank. I mean, that opens up so many opportunities which a normal CA sadly does not have access to. So in my case, I got into ITC, I got into a couple of PSUs, but at the end I chose a company called Marico, the makers of Saffola and Parachute. So my experience was amazing at Marico. It was a management trainee program, wherein we are given three stints in different departments to get a wholesome exposure of the entire value proposition, the entire business chain. So we have a sales stint, wherein we actually go on the field, we go with the DSR, the distributor sales representatives. We go from shop to shop to understand how the market is functioning, to understand how the industry is at a ground level. So, I mean, that is very important for a manager to understand how things work at the grassroots level, at the bottommost pyramid, where the actual sale is happening to the ultimate consumer. Working in the head office, we don't really get a thing. We don't get a nab ki ground level pe kya ho raha hai. Like, how is my product selling or not? How is my competitor doing? Are my schemes successful? How is the retailer selling my product? So all those things you get a great exposure in a management trainee program.
And how was the selection program? I mean, is it, because I know, because my wife runs a job portal called cajobportal.com. So we've got some mapping of the market. I understand Marico pays upwards of like 25 lakhs or 20 lakhs, like that kind of a salary. So is their entry process also very, very vigorous?
Yeah. So like other companies, they have a CA rank holder only shortlisting criteria. So the first thing is you need to get a CA final all India rank. So that is a very important thing. And the other criteria, they've got like 4-5 rigorous rounds. They start with a psychometric test, then you've got 3-4 interview rounds, and the last round is an interview with the CFO. So that itself speaks a ton about how much importance Marico gives to its management trainees. So they have a very rigorous process of selection, and after that, only 4 or 5 candidates are selected every attempt.
Out of that entire cohort of rank holders.
Out of the entire, yeah.
And with a job as rigorous as Marico, I'm sure they would make you slog like anything with the kind of money that they pay. You also managed to prepare for CAT. So how did you find time? What was your strategy for CAT?
Yeah, so luckily the work culture at Marico is pretty much flexible. You've got flexi hours. There are no fixed working hours. So yeah, from an organization perspective, Marico supported me a lot in my preparation, and for my CAT preparation, I focused majorly on mocks. Analyzing the mocks is one of the most important thing which can be done. So I gave around 10 to 15 mocks since I had a very little time. I was very late in my preparation, so I was not able to perform as well. I scored a decent 95 odd percentile in CAT, which was lower than my expectations. But to all the CAT aspirants, I would say give lots of mocks, and more than that, analyze the mocks well. If you're spending 3 hours giving a mock, you should analyze it for another 3 or 4 hours to know the shortcut methods which you could have done, the mistakes which you made, and would learn and grow as an aspirant.
And before taking these mock CATs, would you not need to brush up on your concepts related to LR, DIE, VARC, etc.? So what are the basic books that one follows?
So I would suggest that you can take any coaching classes material, any IMS, Time, Career Launcher, any good coaching classes material. And, you should start with the mocks as early as possible. So I see a lot of people waiting कि मेरा एक बार portion खत्म हो जाएगा उसके बाद मैं mocks करूँगा. I mean, portion is so vast and it would, मतलब मैं तो, to be very frank, last day तक भी खत्म नहीं होता. So you can't keep on waiting to give mocks. So I would suggest that you start with mocks as early as possible and try to analyze them well.
And what were the fluctuations in your CAT percentile during the mocks?
So I started with a 80 odd percentile. That was my first mock, and from that I had a couple of mocks where I got around 97 percentile also, and finally on the D day I ended up with a decent 95 odd percentile. So many aspirants would think that 95 is very less. You won't get a call from the top IIMs. So that is very true. But IIM Bangalore has a special criteria. So IIM Bangalore gives a call to top 10 CA rank holders. So again, my AIR 3 in CA final came to my rescue, and luckily I got a call from IIM Bangalore even at a lower percentile
So you are
in the
saying
general
that
category.
the top
Yeah,
10 CA, CS, ICWA rank holders from that lot, the top 10 guys
yeah.
are going to get a call irrespective of their CAT percentile. Is that
So
the rule?
so they yeah, so they basically they need to pass the sectional criteria. So if you're able to crack the sectional cutoffs and you fall in the top 10 list of the relevant people in the particular attempt, you would be able to get a call from IIM Bangalore.
Wow. And tell us about your interview experience at IIM Bangalore.
Yeah. So at IIM Bangalore, the interview was majorly focused on my work experience. So they discussed about my projects at Marico, my articleship experience at KPMG. Then we discussed about the why MBA question, which is their favorite, the interviewer's favorite question. So in why MBA, I basically told them about a change of domain. You know, if as a fresher CA, you don't really get to go into front end investment banking or into consulting. So MBA is the right route for us, you know, to get into something like a front end investment banking or a consulting, which is not available to a CA fresher. And also the alumni network, the you basically in an IIM Bangalore, you meet the cream of the cream crowd, the best of the best peoples, you know. So you become like them. Like it is said, you are the average of the 5 people you generally meet. So when the everyone around you is so intelligent, you know, you automatically groom as a person, and you become the best version of yourself. So this was the why MBA bit. Another part was they tested me on my finance skills. So they tested me on basic finance formulas like an EPS or something like or a PE ratio. So basically they were testing on my acumen in finance.
All right. Now, when you got the call letter, you would have been happy, but simultaneously they thought of leaving like a salary which is like more than the median salary of IIM Bangalore. So salary like
Yeah,
in that case, 2 years of that. So let's say assume it's 25 lakhs. So then it's like 50 lakhs, and then 22 lakhs will be the course fee for 2 years. So it becomes like, you know, a very big decision in terms of financial outlay. How did
yeah.
Umang Gupta on his Excel NPV IRR calculate the logic of the MBA decision?
Yeah, so I mean, as you rightly pointed out, the opportunity cost is very high. So in the short term, of course, it is a very costly decision, you know, to leave a marquee company like a Marico with an amazing profile. But I think in the long term, it will pay off. You know, the pedigree of people you meet at an IIM Bangalore is unmatchable. I mean, you meet the best brains of the country. The faculties are one of the best, and you interact with like 500 people in a batch. There are group projects, you know, wherein you understand the group dynamics, like how do people in a group work. So all these skills, I think, all these intangible benefits, I think will match up in the long run. And the brand name, the sheer brand name of IIM Bangalore, I mean, it's a lifetime brand name. You get branded for life. So I mean, all those things I think justified the opportunity cost. And I think I, as a person, would would brush up on my interpersonal skills, the time management. The deadlines are so rigorous at IIM Bangalore. You know, there are multiple submissions in a particular day. So you become a multitasker basically. You learn to manage things.
Yeah,
So I think all those intangible benefits would anyway justify the high opportunity cost.
fair point. I know I had similar predicament when I was going for PGPX at IIM Ahmedabad. You know, that course fee, which is huge, the 1 year salary, but yeah, in the long run, it really pays. What's your dream life after IIM Bangalore, and your final word of advice to youngsters?
So I would like to go into front-end investment banking, something like the with the likes of Goldman Sachs or the JP Morgans of the world. So that is a career option which I'm currently aiming for. And more than that, I would suggest the MBA aspirants, you know, to take these 2 years to explore yourself. to understand who you are as a person, to explore what are your interests. And I mean, not run in the rat race of placements, jobs, competitions. I mean, it's more a journey of self exploration and knowing yourself better as a person. I mean, after these 2 years, you would be back in the corporate life, slogging. So these 2 years, I want to pause for some time and explore myself, explore my interests, my hobbies, and do what things which I've always wanted to do.
Fair point. Amazing words, Umang. So thank you so much for your very
Yeah.
sort of quick conversation. But we got a lot of quick insights about CA, CAT, this management development program, why rank holder adds a lot of sheen to your profile, CAT preparation, this fact that top 10 rank holders in CACS, ICWA, if they clear the
Yeah.
sectional cutoff, are called by IIM Bangalore. So this would be like news for a lot of people. And then it
Yeah.
takes a lot of guts to leave like a high paying job to develop in for self development. But yeah, that's what you've done, and I wish you the very best for this journey. We are
Thank you so
sure
much.
that you
Yeah.
are going to emerge as an investment banker in a couple of years from now. So thank you so much for coming on the
Yeah.
show, Umang. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Bye.
Thank you so much, Anurag. Yeah.